Thanks for tuning in to the Teslawyer show. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also hit that like button. Also, if you want to get up to the minute notifications, you can click the bell. And as always, feel free to leave comments about this video or anything else you'd like to see.
Hey everyone, I wanted to give a special shout out to 01010, my #1 commentator. They asked me a question about whether or not Tesla had any legal right to pull these videos on the Model 3. A few of them have come down recently, and I'm going to take a quick look at that. So right now we're going into the video. As a disclaimer, I don't have all the facts. I don't know what Tesla said when they contacted these people to pull the videos. OC Detailing had some great videos on the interior and the exterior of the Tesla Model 3, and they really went over a lot of features and did really good looks. And this other person who got a delivery in Texas, their video got pulled, and a few other people. And we've heard, YouTubers calling out to people trying to get someone to show them the Model 3, let them do a full video, and we really haven't seen anything. Even Marcus from MKBHD, who is really well known, he's a big Tesla guy. Even he hasn't gotten a detailed video of the Model 3. So it seems like Tesla is trying to keep this under wraps. And why? I don't know. I think, they haven't completely settled on all the features of the Model 3. It's still early in production. They're only, now end of September. So they're about, 3 months into deliveries, and they're ramping up production. And we know Tesla is always on the move. They're always innovating. I think probably by December, they'll have it nailed down as to what everyone is going to get in their Teslas and how the Model 3 is going to look and feel, and all the features will be nailed down. I know some people have talked about the mileage might not be totally accurate. They may have undersold, which of course is a good thing. Porsche always did that with their horsepower and torque numbers and the 0 to 60. It's something car people do. And it's always good to get more, right? Famous Mitt Romney said, corporations are people. And legally, they are. We have to, give them the rights and some of the protections that we'd give to individuals, even though, we know corporations are run by people. They're not actually people, but legally they're fictitious people for the operation of the law. And as such, we also give them the right to privacy, something that, everyone expects to have. But the right to privacy is not as big as most people think. So the main way that a lot of companies enforce their right to privacy is usually through enforcing the copyright laws. And you see this all the time when, you watch a major sporting event. You'll see that the broadcaster and the person who's holding the event will say you can't rebroadcast this without, written consent, and it's not supposed to be used for commercial purposes. Copyright laws are pretty strong, except for if you're using it for educational purposes. You can also use it for satire or for artistic purposes. So like people like Andy Warhol was famous for his Campbell Soup pictures, and other famous people and logos. He can use that without actually paying a royalty because it's an artistic expression. And you can also use it for educational expression. But basically, copyright is mostly to things that are produced. So if Tesla had made a video detailing the Model 3 and other people were kind of pirating it and trying to show it and sell it and use it in other ways, then Tesla could clamp down conceivably and tell them they can't use the video. Like when they did the Model 3 reveal event, people, copied the broadcast and put it up on YouTube and other places and dissected it. If Tesla wanted to, they could use the copyright laws and have people pull those down, because it is actually something made by Tesla and released by Tesla. And even if they had an external company come in and do an advertising company, make an ad, and they paid for it and they released it, they can control where it is released. But, and the other thing is trade secrets. So if OC Detailing was working for Tesla before the car was released, and they, had them come in to prep the cars for when they put them on stage, or when they were doing a photo shoot or some kind of videotaping, and OC Detailing, took behind the scenes photos or something, they could not release those under just the regular contract saying, you cannot display anything that you see or may know during working with Tesla. So you can't take any kind of special actions in order to get video. So you couldn't break into Tesla's warehouse. Other problems if you're breaking into Tesla's warehouse, but you couldn't, go on private property to capture video, even if the car is released. That would be illegal for many different ways. And Tesla has a right to privacy in its factory. Let's say the factory's roof was made of glass to let more light in, so they would use less electricity. You couldn't fly a drone over Tesla's warehouse and take pictures of the interior of the factory. That's an extraordinary step. And we see that with celebrities. Generally, paparazzi will stay away from taking pictures of celebrities' kids or shooting celebrities in their homes with telephoto lenses that they could do from miles away. You have a right to privacy on your own property and in your home. But there is a small gap in that if it's out in the open, like when Tesla was doing their runs around the test track. You saw people taking pictures from through the fence. They were on public property, taking pictures on public property, but you don't have a right to privacy because the expectation that someone can see the test track from the road, if it's not covered or blocked by some sort of fence that is, not see-through, not then you could probably say you have a right to privacy. But we get a lot of spy shots once these cars hit public road, and that's why they put a lot of camouflage on these cars. They cover them up. And with the Model 3, we saw people take pictures of the interior of the Model 3 where we saw some bill sheets and other types of things. Maybe Tesla could have had those pulled, but those are the gray areas. So basically, they're really, now that the cars are in the public domain and they're in customers' hands, Tesla really doesn't have a legal right to pull these videos. I think that this is mostly through courtesy to Tesla or courtesy to the people who have given these cars, like the guy who got his car detailed at OC Detailing. Tesla may have contacted the owner and said, hey, you're early purchaser. We really are not ready to have everyone have the Model 3 exposed. Could you contact OC Detailing and ask them to pull down the videos? Of course, again, I don't know the full details. I'm not sure what Tesla said or who Tesla spoke to or why those videos were pulled. This is all speculation. But in legal theory, in general, there's not really a right for Tesla to pull these videos of these cars that are in customers' hands. It's now the customer's car. They can do what they wish with it. If they want to take personal videos and talk about every aspect of the car, if they want to, they can't slander the company, but if they want to talk ill or good of the car, it is their right. The car has been sold. It is their property. And at this point, Tesla cannot control the Model 3s that are out in public and what is done with them. So we'll see how this develops. By December, I can't imagine that, when these cars really start hitting the public, I can't imagine Tesla pulling these videos. But for now, I see that they're trying to keep some tight reins on who gets to see the Model 3 and how much the Model 3 is exposed, as they're probably really going to do some changes between now and full-scale production. All right, so one final note. I did get in touch with Joseph from OC Detailing to find out why they did pull the videos, and he said that it was just a courtesy to the customers. I don't know if Tesla contacted the customer or if the customer just felt like they didn't want their car to be shown, so OC pulled it down. There wasn't any threat of legal action or copyright or anything like that. But it is kind of interesting. I did see OC's video posted by someone else. So in the end, OC might actually have a copyright infringement on this person who's posting this video, since it was their created content.
As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe by clicking on my logo, or add a comment. You can find me on Twitter at Teslawyer Show. And before you leave, don't forget to check out another one of my videos.